Dear friends, a very warm welcome to you. It's great to have you with me to reflect on the Gospel for the 28th Sunday in Ordinary Time. The reading is taken from Luke chapter 17 verses 11 to 19, and the theme is to kiss a leper. Since we have just celebrated the memorial of St. Francis of Assisi, it is good to keep our gaze on him. One thing is for sure, that saints too have fears and weaknesses. St. Francis was fearful and abhorred lepers. One day, however, he met a man afflicted with leprosy while riding his horse near Assisi. Even though the sight of the leper filled him with horror and repulsion, Francis got off his horse and went to kiss the leper. Then the leper put out his hand to beg. Out of compassion, Francis gave some money to the leper. But when Francis mounted his horse again and looked around, he could not see the leper anywhere. It dawned on him that it was Jesus whom he had just kissed. Francis believed in divine intervention and saw it essential in his spiritual life. Undoubtedly, Francis may have wished to pass by on the other side of the road, but God's still and small voice whispered to him to stop, reach out and embrace the man with leprosy. As it turned out, it was a moment of conversion and grace for him to overcome his fears and prejudices. In our reading for this week, we see the cure of Naaman, the leper, in the river Jordan. He was told by Elijah the prophet to bathe himself 7 times there. He was initially offended that the prophet did not even bother to meet him in person and merely told him what to do. Thankfully, through the persuasion of his mate, who changed his heart and mind, if the prophet asks you to do something difficult, would you not do it? We also see in the Gospel the compassion of Jesus in healing the 10 lepers when they appealed to him, "Jesus, Master, take pity on us." Jesus merely said the words and they were healed. "Go and show yourselves to the priests." Now as they were going away, they were cleansed in Luke chapter 17 verse 14. Interestingly, only one of them, a Samaritan, threw himself at the feet of Jesus, praising God at the top of his voice and thanked him. Where are the other 9? Often, when we receive a favor, a healing, a loan, an act of kindness from someone, and we fail to be grateful, we fail to show gratitude to thank God and to that Samaritan who has helped us. Here it is a Samaritan who is a recipient of the healing and blessing from God. Because of sincere gratitude for his healing from leprosy, he was held up as a man of faith, and Jesus said to him, "Stand up and go on your way. Your faith has saved you," in Luke chapter 17 verse 19. It is in these moments of extraordinary interventions and miracles that we must believe in God and be thankful to God. We must not be like the 90% of people who are ungrateful. Sometimes only 10% or 1 out of 10 will thank you for what you do for them, and that is good enough. The words of Naaman should express our sentiments as well. There is no God on earth except in Israel. Indeed, when we dare to kiss a leper, we kiss Christ himself. And with that, I have 2 questions for reflections. The first is, what conversion and grace do I need from God to overcome my own fears and prejudices of kissing lepers whom I often shunned and avoided? The second question is, what is one blessing which I have received for which I should thank God? And with that, I invite you to join me to pray for protection together with Mother Mary as we say together, "O Mary, you shine continuously on our journey as a sign of salvation and hope. We entrust ourselves to you, health of the sick, who at the foot of the cross you participated in Jesus' pain with steadfast faith. You, salvation of the Roman people and of the whole world, know what we need. We are certain that you will provide, so that as you did at Cana of Galilee, joy and feasting might return after this moment of trial. Help us, Mother of Divine Love, to conform ourselves to the Father's will and to do what Jesus tells us. He who took our sufferings upon himself and bore our sorrows to bring us through the cross to the joy of the resurrection. We seek refuge under your protection, O Holy Mother of God. Do not despise our pleas, we who are put to the test, and deliver us from every danger, O glorious and blessed Virgin. Amen. And so continue to have a good weekend, and as we end the season of creation, continue to also ask the Lord to bless you and to be grateful for all that God has given us in life and in creation. God bless all of you.